Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is enjoying this wonderful summery weather that we are having. Um, God just dropped a word into my spirit that He shared with me probably about a week ago, and I just still haven't posted. And He's like, "Girl, if you don't get this word out there." Um, so I was reading in Matthew chapter 15. No, I'm sorry, Matthew chapter 1, and it was going through the lineage of Christ. And in the lineage of Christ, it goes through from Abraham all the way through down to Jesus. And what really, really caught my attention that I had never really paid attention before, I always noted, Abraham, I always noted Moses, I always noted David, and different key people who the Bible pointed out that God specifically called to be a part of the lineage to bring forth the prophecy of Jesus' arrival. But in this particular day that I was studying, God pointed out something very, very amazing to me that somehow I don't know, He showed it to me different this day. And it was the fact that at the end of the lineage, right before we got to Jesus, was Joseph. Joseph, who was not his biological father. He was his earthly father, but not through blood. He was essentially his stepfather, if we were to look at it in today's terms, in a sense. Joseph was Jesus' stepdaddy. And it made me think about the importance of a father, but also the importance of a stepfather. And so often we really undermine and minimize that role and how that man steps into a role to help be a father to children that he did not personally conceive, and that he didn't conceive. And at whatever point he comes into those children's lives, his role is essential because he still acts as a father. And it spoke to the power of the stepfather in a different way because everything that God did to make sure that Jesus was born, to make sure that he was the person that he needed to be, he orchestrated Jesus' arrival through Joseph's ancestors, not through Mary. We never even know who Mary's people are, like for real, for real. We know Elizabeth was her cousin and things of that nature, but we don't really know the lineage of Mary's family, unless that's a piece that I've missed in my studies. But I don't recall the Bible ever going deep into Mary's people, who was his biological earthly mother by blood, who she who she gave birth to. We know about all of Joseph's people, his stepfather, and the things that God orchestrated for Jesus' arrival through Joseph's people. And I just find that to be interesting, and take it as you want to take it, chew on it as you want to chew on it, but go back and study Matthew chapter 1. And it's literally one of those verses that sometimes we just fly right past because it has all of the lineage. So it's like so and so the father of this one, and it can get a little tedious in trying to pronounce everybody's names and all that good stuff. But it was just so powerful that I just had to share that there is power in the stepfather, that God orchestrates those individuals to be a part of our children's lives and to be a part of children's lives. And there is power in that man's role in who our children are supposed to be as they grow up and in their purpose. So we have to be mindful who we bring around our children. We have to be mindful who we introduce to our children. And we have to be mindful who we allow to take the role of father to our children, because that man and his ancestry play a key role in who our children often are or are not supposed to be. So think about who Jesus is as the Son of God, think about the promises and the covenants that were given, how God told Abraham that his descendants would outnumber the pieces of sand on the beach, that he delivered the Israelites, and he did all the things that he did through David, all in preparation for all the stuff that he put up with from the Israelites, all in preparation for the arrival of Jesus. But the one who came before Jesus in that lineage was Joseph, his stepfather, who took it like a champ and stayed when he could have left. He took it like a champ and he stayed, and he honored that relationship with Mary and made sure that he nurtured her and gave her the space that she needed, gave her the things that she needed, and heeded the word that God gave him when God called him in and said, when he sent the angel Gabriel to speak to Joseph and to say, look, I believe it was Gabriel. I have to go back and double check. But when he sent the angel to talk to Joseph and to tell him, like, Mary is pregnant. She did not mess up. I know that's your betrothed. Y'all are engaged. The baby she's carrying is mine. Like, Joseph had a problem with that. He struggled with that. But he listened to what God told him. He listened to the voice of the angel, and he respected that, and he stayed. And then he played the role of father in Jesus' life. And so, just something to chew on, a thought for today, that the role of the stepfather is a key role because it's still the role of the father. And God orchestrates some plans through those people too. And we can allow Joseph to be an example of how that shows up and how God uses people. Have a great day.